on, everybody? It's your girl Bex.
And I'm Carly.
Welcome back to our channel, and we're bringing you content designed to unlock your mindset and your actions to be limitless. Don't forget to go and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell notification. Ding. What's going on, Carly?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm brilliant.
Good. Smiling. Happy days. So today's topic, we are going to be focusing on tech. And one of the ladies that we've been looking at is Whitney Wolfe, who's the CEO of Bumble, which is a dating app. And we're just going to talk about some of the, like how it started, how she got into it, where the company's going, and just like some of the things she has been able to achieve in the tech industry, because it's a very male-dominated one. And she's really been able to come in and very quickly turn her company into a multi-billion-dollar business.
And what's super incredible as well is that she's only 31.
Yeah.
It's I'm 31 or 32, which is incredible. Like, you know, she's the youngest woman to become a self-made billionaire. She's a billionaire at 31.
Just mental.
Like,
absolutely.
For me, that's crazy. But yeah, so she founded Bumble in 2014, soon after she left Tinder. And she was, I believe, a co-founder in Tinder as well. So it's like she did have some experience within the industry, of course. But what she's been able to do with Bumble, and one of the things that really stood out for me, is that she's trying to put the onus and the woman into the driving seat, and they have to make the first move as well, which is really cool. It's a cool concept as well. And I think in order to start this company, she partnered up with the owner of Badoo. So she had some good connections within the industry, but still, regardless, like being able to take it to a $1 billion company is going to take some work. And I was watching a interview with her today, and it was talking about her first headquarters is where she was actually living part-time as well.
Oh, wow.
And she was talking about their their boardroom, I think it was in the bathroom, because it had the best signal. So it's like four of them, like four women or whatever, and they were like sitting on the corners of the bath, and it just made me think, like, even though with all of the connections that she did have, the humble beginnings were still there, if that makes sense.
I love hearing about stories like that, because even like Amazon is started in a garage, but then like there's awards that we have at Amazon. There's the Door Desk Award, for example, because that's literally what they did. Is they had a load of doors and put legs on them and used them as desks. And like you say,
really.
Yeah, and that's where the Door Desk Awards come from. I think it's like an innovation or something. I can't remember exactly, but you can win awards for that, which is really cool. And like you say, it takes you back to those very humble beginnings. And one of the things I thought was quite cool, because she was saying after her studies and stuff, she's like, loads of her friends were getting jobs, and she didn't really know what she wanted to do, but she was in Asia. And then one of the things she said, she always knew she wanted to get into tech. And it was while she was in Asia, she just realized, like, there's limited reach and access, and tech is the best way in order to do that. So like you said, she was actually working on a different project at the time, and Tinder was like a side project. And then that's where she saw the opportunity, and she's like, hang on a minute, like this could really go somewhere. And I think initially it had different names. Matchbox was one of the names for it as well. And then she saw, what she was saying is they could see a gap for younger people. Like, I think eHarmony existed already at that time, and it was just like, nah, this isn't quite it. And then within a week, she did some things. I can't remember exactly what she did, but within a week, she had like a whole campus using it. It was incredible.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, to be fair. Like, you know, like, and I just think that you have to there has to be some qualities about you in order to take advantage of those situations, right? Because anybody can be put into a situation, but are you going to be able to manage it and have the characteristics to take 100%. It to the next level? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, even with us, like, for example, with Be Limitless, like, there's different characteristics that we need to learn and really master to take our business to the next level, and you're constantly having to make sure that you're elevating and growing and but also one of the things like she said as well, don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great point, because we put so much pressure on ourselves, and there's so much pressure like coming from other people, but you need to be easy on yourself a little bit at the same time as well. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%. And what was cool is like you were saying, the woman has to talk first, and she was really saying is that came about because of, you know, the ambition, she said, came from abusive relationships, and she could see how and of course not all men are like that, but you know, women get harassed a lot and bullied, and women of color especially, and she saw that and she was like, hang on a minute, I want to be able to empower women more. And that's where, like you said, that the whole concept of, yes, you can like each other, but the woman has to be the first one, is really where she took that, and which was where she differed from everyone else. And what I love, and like you say, like with the company, it's not just going, right, okay, we've created Bumble now, it's absolutely massive, we've matched people up and that's it. Well, what else happened from there? You've got Bumble Biz, you've got Bumble BFF, and like she was saying, it came about because listening to the customer. And it's exactly like, of course, we refer back to Amazon a lot because we work for them and stuff, but you know, it's the company is because of the customer obsession. And that's exactly what she did. And as a team, they looked at what were people talking about. So there were, for example, women were saying, hey, I've just moved to the area. You know, I'm looking for people to meet up with, blah, blah, blah. And they went, hang on a minute, there's an opportunity to match people as friends here and not dating. So it's not just about a dating app, but it was also those extra connections. And then you've got Bumble Biz as well. So really cool, taking it, you know, further and further.
And you know what, like, just that you've touched on that, and I used Bumble Biz heavily in 2019 and the beginning of 2020, and it is a great function. Like, don't get me wrong, you have the stragglers on there that are like blurring the lines of the different sections of Bumble. But other than that, like, Bumble Biz is great to really increase your professional network.
Yeah.
And like, I was using it mainly for connections in MLM and things like that. However, like now, I think I might go back onto it, because obviously at that time when we was using it in 2019, we were only just talking about YouTube. Do you get what I'm saying? But a lot of people were interested and said, oh, send me your YouTube and all the rest of it. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, might actually be another good lever to get our to increase our profile and our awareness and what we're actually trying to do for Be Limitless. I think it's actually a good one of the things that we should have a look into.
Good shout.
But what I was going to say as well, like, I just got here, Business Insider, 30 most important women under 30 in tech. Whitney was also nominated or won that, or was in that list in 2014 as well. And I think it's just good because it raises the awareness of STEM, so the science, tech, engineering and mathematics. Like, so, you know, a lot of it is a male dominated industry. So I think like Bumble, and I didn't know until the company was going like being floated, I didn't know that a woman was behind it. Like, so do you know what I mean? Like, and also as well, like, she's gone one step further, and 8 out of 11 of her board members are female as well.
Wow.
So like, she's actually really trying to cultivate that. I can't remember the exact quote, but she said something along like, when you put women at the forefront, see what happens. Do you get what I'm saying? And look, youngest woman gone, you know, done what she's done. And one other thing, I'm not sure if you read about this, that she's also got a fund that they launched from Bumble as well in 2018, and it's for early investments into businesses that are founded and led by women of color and underrepresented groups. And Serena Williams is one of the investors into that as well.
Wow, that makes sense, because when I was looking at stuff about, I saw a lot of pictures with her and Serena, and like you said, Serena does that as well. That's incredible. That makes sense now. Okay.
So it's
Wow.
really good. Like it's not just the app. Like they are actually pioneering for women to, you know, be leaders and for like runners in
Yeah.
many different industries as well. You know what I mean? And investing into, you know, startups and whatnot. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
100%. And like you say, when you have that sort of platform, you know, being able to use it in that way, because she's got a voice and she's like, hang on, look at me, I've done it, and I understand and appreciate all the struggles to get there. So doing stuff like that, you know, I'd love to think, and you know, be limitless getting to that sort of size, being able to do something exactly the same, even before it gets to that.
Yeah.
You know, what we're doing now is already in that sphere, but having that platform really does help. And people like Serena, again, you know, because they've got the connections, they've got the capital, they know how to raise investment and support people. So that's incredible. And one of the things I really liked that Whitney was talking about, she's very much, when you hear her talk, she was about the team, and I loved it. And one of the things she said, she goes, anybody who wants to start a business, she said, you have to have a north star, and you have to make sure it's what your team gets out of bed for. It's so true. It's so true. Everyone really focusing with that end goal, that bigger picture vision. It's incredible.
It's a good point actually, because like if there's another company that I've watched, and just going back to this, like they are always making sure that their team is okay. Like, are you happy? Like, what can we do to help you? Like, are you on board with the vision? Like, does it make sense with you? And I think it's a key part of it. Do you know what I mean? Because if the people around you that are like the ones that are like the wheels at the moment aren't supporting your vision, it's just not going to make sense. It's just not going to make sense at all. Not for you, not for them, not for the business.
No, exactly. Because the whole, when you're behind something, you're going to do whatever it takes to get there, and so is your team. And like you say, if your team aren't behind it, or they don't feel like they're involved, they're going to drag their heels. They're not going to focus on the right thing. They're not going to be creative about it, because why would they, and why should they? So 100%, it's completely a team. Name me a company that was built off one person's back only. It doesn't exist.
Okay, so in order to finish off and wrap up this video, we're going to talk to you about the 10 rules Whitney Wolfe Herd lives by. So number 1 or number 10, we'll count down. So number 10, chase your dreams till you catch them.
Number 9, don't let the opinions of others stop you.
Number 8, your past doesn't control your future.
Number 7, get out of your comfort zone as much as you can.
Number 6, understand basic human psychology.
Number 5, believe in your own worth.
Number 4, be open to collaboration.
Number 3, girls, go get it.
Number 2, put out the best version of you.
And finally, at number 1, do what you can to make the world a better place.
So that's the end of our video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I've been Bex.
And I've been Carly. Thank you very much for watching this week's video, and we will see you next week.
Peace.